morning, everyone. My name is Carla, and you have reached my FlossTube channel, Carla being Crafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also other crafts that I enjoy sometimes, and a little bit of life thrown in. Today is Sunday, November 13th, and it is my FlossTube number 166. So first things first, I want to say thank you for stopping by and welcome. And if this is your first time finding my channel, I hope that you like what you see, want to hit like and subscribe and all that good stuff. I want to give a big thank you to Margaret for using the super thanks button last week and giving me a little monetary smile tip, whatever. You know, let's not put too fine a point on it. She gave me some money. And getting a little bit of money as thanks for your efforts is always really nice. It is 100% not necessary or expected, but it is always really nice when somebody does that. The money that I get from Super Thanks, for the most part, is going to go to help pay for the monthly fee for Zoom, for my Zoom calls, and then postage on any mailings that I do, which I don't do that often. And honestly, the reason that I don't do it that often is because I'm really, really horrible about getting this stuff in the mail. And I know myself, and it just ends up making me feel guilty because I'm not getting things out. If it weren't for that, I would probably be giving away stuff every week. I don't have a good way to get things to the post office without having to go to the post office, and it's just an extra thing that's difficult for me. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, welcome. Now, if this was your first time finding my channel, then you're probably like, oh, she's a complainer and you're out of here. But for those of you that are here every week, thank you so much for stopping by and sending me messages. I do answer every single comment that I get. If for some reason you don't get an answer to my comment, it is because YouTube did something weird, and it'll probably show up like, 6 months from now. All of a sudden I'll get some weird message from a video that was like 6 months ago, and I still answer those, but then I look dumb because it's like, why did it take me 6 months to answer? That's a YouTube thing. I can't do anything about that. Forgive me if I sound a little weird today. This sounds terrible. I have a canker sore on my tongue, and it keeps hitting my teeth, and I feel like I can't talk properly because of it. Yeah, I think it came from, kind of having dry mouth in the middle of the night, and I just have a spot that rubbed on my tongue or teeth or something, and I have a sore spot on my tongue. Anyway, the problems that we have, right? Let's see. I feel like this is going to be kind of a short video this week because I don't have a lot of chit chat to tell you. I mean, I usually end up spreading it out somehow anyway, but I do want to give you a reminder that we have a Zoom call scheduled for Sunday, the 27th, which is the Sunday after Thanksgiving weekend, or at the end of Thanksgiving weekend here in the US at 3 o'clock. So hopefully, you guys can join me. We usually, I think they're tons of fun. I mean, I guess, other people do too, because they keep coming back. So, we don't do anything too, mentally taxing or anything. We just get on and stitch as friends and chit chat. And sometimes we don't chit chat. Sometimes we're quiet for a while. And then somebody will bring up a topic, and sometimes we talk about really stupid stuff. Sometimes we talk about, books and literature and movies. And sometimes we talk about semi-important things. And other times we just hang out. And it's really fun. So anybody who wants to join me, please do. All the information is in the description box below. I also have a Zoom scheduled for New Year's Eve to start at 8 o'clock Pacific time. So if you are not doing anything else, please join me. I'm gonna, like I said, start at 8 o'clock my time. I'm going to start my New Year New Start project while on that Zoom call, and still trying to decide what New Year's Eve kind of food I'm going to make for myself, so I can kind of snack all evening, and I'm going to stitch and stay online until nobody else wants to be online, basically. You know, probably at least until midnight my time, maybe 1. I realize that if there's anybody that's, you know, further away in the US on the East Coast, we're getting into 3 o'clock in the morning, so I don't think that a lot of you guys are going to stick around that long. But it also is actually the next afternoon in Australia and New Zealand and stuff, so if those people are on, then, you know, it'll just be early evening for them, so they'll be fine. But anyway, so that's my plan, is to have a New Year's Eve Zoom with whoever wants to be on there with me. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to, you know, greeting the new year with some stitchy friends. And they say that, you know, New Year's Eve you should be doing what you want to be doing the whole rest of the year, which is why, you know, you kiss somebody at midnight. I guess I will kiss my baggie at midnight. But stitching, I think, and hanging with friends is a good thing to put out into the universe as something that I want to be doing all year, right? So let's see. Anything exciting happened this week? Weather-wise in Southern California, it's really bright and beautiful today. It's kind of crisp weather. We've been having weather that has been in the high 60s, low 70s, like very low 70s, like 70 or 71 all week. To me, that's like pretty much perfect. It actually is a little chilly in my apartment. I have tights on and like my fuzzy slippers. Normally I walk around barefoot, but you know, then in the winter when it gets a little bit colder, I actually put on slippers. And it poured on Tuesday, which is not usual for Southern California, so it's good because we always need the rain. But it was really, really wet. On Monday in the afternoon, it was rained a little bit, but Tuesday it was just raining all day. And then Wednesday it was like bright and beautiful. I had all the vaccines on Wednesday, except for the COVID, which I got two weeks ago. I got flu shot, my first shingles vaccine, because it's a 2-shot series, and then I got the pneumococcal pneumonia shot as well. And then I had blood drawn, and I had the foot sticky thing where they make sure if you have diabetes that you can feel your feet, which I can, and eye drops put in, and then they looked at my retinas. And actually with all of that, even though with the COVID shot, every time I've had one, I've gotten sick, you know, for a day, like kind of like I got the flu. I got aches and fever and stuff. I was really surprised with the 3 shots that I got. I really didn't get anything that bad. I was a little run down. When I got home that afternoon, they conked me out. I mean, I sat down on the couch, ate. I, you know, got some late lunch on the way home, and I ate that, and then I just kind of lay down for a few minutes and conked out for like 2 or 3 hours. So it did knock me out at first. I had a little low-grade fever for a couple nights, but you know, I went to work on Thursday and Friday. I felt a little bit out of it, but for the most part, I was really surprised that I had like 3 shots, and they didn't affect me. I do still have, I don't know if you can see them still. Oh yeah, you can. So that's the flu, that's pneumonia, and then this side is the shingles. So my arms are still swollen. They feel like there's like a lump under there, and they're red, and they're kind of itchy. The skin's itchy. It's not itchy deep down, but you have to be careful when you scratch, right? Because it does hurt if you press. But that's really the biggest symptom that I had, which is good because I am the kind of person that if there's symptoms to be had, I get them, as far as like a fever and stuff. So actually it was pretty mild and easy. I feel, you know, I'm all vaccinated up now, and I feel like, come on, winter, you can't get me. Knock wood. And so, and then as I said, I had my blood test done and everything. My A1C is good, for those of you who know anything about diabetes. I have type 2 diabetes, and I do take insulin shots. I don't take very much. I take a little bit twice a day, but it is keeping everything in check, and my A1C is in the normal range for someone who has diabetes, under 7. I'm in the 6 point something range, which my doctor is super happy with. So yeah, everything looks pretty good as far as that goes. I think that's it. Yeah, not too exciting, right? I'm just kind of plodding along. Didn't get really anything done chore-wise around my apartment, which is nothing unusual. I need to do some stuff today. I've really got to buckle down. But I have the incentive that I need to get everything looking nice so that I can do my videos, my Flossnica videos next month and feel comfortable with it. I've had a lot of like really positive response from people who are excited to see them. So thank you so much in advance for watching those. It's always hard kind of doing that kind of thing, knowing if anybody's going to really care or want to watch, or, you know, I certainly am not an expert. I've said this every time, and I'll probably say it every other time as well. I'm not an expert in Judaism or traditions. I just am gonna, you know, share what I know with you guys, what I've researched about, and just some of the fun things that I enjoy. So anyway, that's all the preamble. Let us get into the whips that I did. Even though I wasn't feeling great all week, I stitched every night. I always kind of look at that not as a goal per se, but you know, that's my aim. And I would say I hit that about 3 out of 4 times that I do stitch on something every day. So let's go through. So I have 7 projects to show you because I did a different thing every day. Most of them were things that are on my list of trying to get finished for the year, for the end of the year. But I did pull out something that I've been missing, so you'll see that in a minute. Okay, so the first thing is my Lion Biscornu. There's a hashtag for this, which I think I've only posted 1 picture, so I've been terrible about that. It's the Tiny Modernist Lion Biscornu. I started this in August. I have an August birthday, so for the last 3 years since I've been stitching, I have done a Black Cat birthday style in August, started in August, and I have done a lion project of some kind. So this is this year's Lion Biscornu, because I'd never done one. The hashtag is Biscornu Beginner, because I'd never done a Biscornu before. And so I finished the second lion, all the back stitching and stuff. I actually realized I had left off the little back stitching of his leg on the first lion, so I went back and did that. And then I started the third lion. This is on a piece of Picture This Plus Aida. And I lost a little tag, so I don't know if it's like carnival or I don't know what it is. It's pretty. But it is Picture This Plus Aida, which everyone knows is very like floppy. Sometimes it doesn't bother me. Sometimes I hate that it's so floppy. But they definitely have really pretty colors. So that is the first thing I worked on. I worked on Sweet William. This is my Riolis flower kit that I am working on right now. And it is done with a acrylic and wool fiber, thread, yarn, whatever you want to call it. So many people have talked about this, and people either hate it or love it. I'm in the I really like it camp. It's a single, you have to double it. it is kind of like a fuzzier fiber than you will be used to if you strictly are a DMC cotton person. But I really like it. And it's growing. I'm just doing this on the kit fabric, which is kind of unusual for me, but I don't know, when it's like this kind of natural oatmeal-y, I think it kind of lends itself to the flowers and the bright colors. So I mentioned last week that I got 8 Reolist kits, different floral things for Hanukkah, and I'm going to be sharing one with you each night, just because part of Hanukkah is opening a gift, and you know, I'm not a kid, I don't have a big family, so I'm not going to have 8 gifts, and I figured, you know what, I will get them myself. I actually used some birthday money or birthday Amazon gift cards that I got from a couple different people, and I went ahead and I ordered some kits, so I'll be sharing those with you. And I was actually really surprised because about half of them are the wool acrylic, and half of them are Anchor. So I will get a chance to try out Anchor, everybody who talks about how great Anchor is. But basically I worked up in this area. So I would put money that this will get done before the end of the year. I said this so many times, but this is one of those types of pieces where when you're working on it, looking at it up close, it just looks like stitching in like blocks of color, but then you hold it back. Like I look at it in the viewfinder, or I hold it back and look at it from across the room, like you're supposed to see stuff. And this just looks so like 3D to me. Like it's so pretty. But I really like this one. I think the colors just are beautiful. And I really like the Reolist kit. So part of the reason that I decided to get, you know, like Reolist for my Hanukkah treat instead of like Mill Hill or something like that, which I could have done Mill Hill too. That was a thought. Was because a Reolist flower kit was the very first cross stitch that I did in 2019. I did the bluebells, and I ended up giving it to my mom for Mother's Day, and then after she passed I got it back, and I've shown it to you guys. But so it was kind of like nostalgic that, okay, I started cross stitching with a Reolist kit, and so now I got a bunch more flower ones to share with you guys. Okay, let's see. I worked on my frog dancer this week. This is a DesignWorks kit. I did change the fabric. It came with just a white Aida, and I changed it for a sort of blue damask Aida, which is not 100% cotton, and it has this little bit of a sheen to it. I think this is an 18 count. And so she is coming along. I tend to do a lot of my back stitching as I go because I kind of like seeing the things kind of come to life. So I finished her little face. She's supposed to have 2 white French knots in the eyes, and I put them in, and then like they pulled through, and they just, I don't like French knots when I make them. I just don't. So I think I'm gonna put 2 beads there. I just need to pull out my bead suitcase. That's my beads. I need to, well, actually, you know, I'll put it over here, and maybe I'll just do that tonight. I'll put those beads in her eyes. I'm piling things here, and I'm afraid it's going to avalanche and fall on Baggy, who's lying on my bed. But that is where I got to on my frog dancer. The only thing I don't like about this Aida, this damask Aida, is it doesn't iron well. So I need to be careful about creating too many wrinkles. So I'm kind of trying to roll it instead of fold it, because it's hard to get the wrinkles out. Okay. Oops. Speaking of Hanukkah, I did work on Peace and Light on Sunday, which is sort of my Hanukkah piece from Satsuma Street, affectionately called the Partridge Family Menorah. If you know, you know. And this is on a piece of fabric that I dyed myself. This was a reject, if you will, when I was trying to dye fabric for my Enchantress of the Abyss. Came out beautiful. Wasn't what I wanted for Enchantress of the Abyss, but then I was able to use it for Peace and Light. And I am this far. So actually, I do think that this will get finished as well in time, hopefully in time for Hanukkah. And then I don't know if I'll fully finish it, but I will definitely be able to kind of like have it there for people to see. So this is all new and did a lot more in the body of the menorah. Satsuma Street patterns are actually really fun to stitch on. She just has a way of charting that it's blocks of color, so it isn't too fiddly, but they're fun, and they just seem to grow fast, and yeah, they're fun and very appealing while you're stitching on them. So that is Peace and Light. Okay. What night was it? I think it was Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. I wasn't feeling that great from my vaccines. I wasn't sick, but I just was kind of feeling a little run down. And I was having such a hard time settling on what I wanted to stitch. And nothing appealed to me. And then I realized what I really wanted to stitch on was my mini flower kitty, which I haven't stitched on since I started this push to finish, because there's no way I'm going to get it finished. This is a years-long project. But I was missing it. So I decided to go ahead and pull it out. This is by Jeremiah Kettner. It's a Heaven and Earth Designs. Again, mini flower kitty. It's not, let's say the stitch count. It's 225 by 225. 9 by 9 on 25 count fabric, but I'm doing it on 28 count fabric. I'm doing it 2/110, which I found I really like. 2/110 on 28 count for low coverage. And so I started this diagonal is new. And I really like the 2/110. It's faster, obviously. I am fine with the coverage. I'm not a big coverage, what people call coverage queen. No, I don't care if you see a little bit of fabric through. It doesn't bother me. And you know, when you hold stuff back like you're supposed to, you don't see, you know, if you're up here like this, of course you see all the everything, but you know, when you look at it where you're supposed to look at it, everything blends in like it's supposed to, and creates your painting with thread. So I just really, for whatever reason, I wanted to work on that. It was calling to me, and I gave in. I gave into the siren song of the full coverage piece. Okay, and then 2 more. So this is on my list of stuff to get finished this year. This is my tribute piece to my mom. And I have to say, this is hard to stitch on for me, you guys. It's like, I mean, of course, I miss my mom every day. But when I stitch on this, it's not like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not like I'm sad. Like, I'm not sobbing when I'm stitching on it. And I feel good stitching on it. It just kind of like makes it even more final that she's gone. I don't know how else to explain it. This is the original chart. I have changed just about everything. Changed the colors completely. And I'm changing the words. The chart says always my mother, forever my friend. I have changed it to always my mother, forever in my heart, which is more meaningful for me. I won't say I don't consider my mom to be my friend. She was, but that wasn't, to me, her being my mom was more important than being my friend. It was bigger than being a friend. I can get other friends. I can't get another mom. So I'm very close to a finish on this. I worked on the bottom stem and the words here. I wasn't completely finished with the forever, so I finished the forever in my. So this actually, the in my, well, the my was there, but I had to rechart the in. So I would have gone further on the stem, but I kind of messed myself up. So when I kitted up, looks pretty good though. When I kitted up the chipmunk that Stacy and I are stitching for my friend Tracy, I wanted to do the chipmunks in DMC, but I recharted like the stuff, the leaves and stuff in silks because I wanted to use some silks. And there's a big green leaf, and I stole the silk from this project because I was like, oh, I'm almost done. I don't need that much. So I left like 1 strand of the medium color and put the rest in this other project, which I don't have here because it's with Stacy right now. And so when I went to go actually stitch this last bit, I had in my head it was just a tiny bit, and it's not very much, but it, you know, it's like 2 stems. So there's another stem that goes like that, and then this one. And the majority of it is that medium green color. So I had the darker one and I had the lighter one, but it's the medium one that I need for almost the whole thing. And I ran out. So I have it. It's in that project. But I need to get it back in order to finish that final stem, and then I'll have to finish the words. Then the other thing that I have to decide, this was really hard actually, because I pulled this out and I started to think about it, and it really made me miss my mom. So I have this necklace. So you guys have to understand, my mom, you know, she died in the COVID ward. This was in a biohazard bag and everything because this is what she was wearing when she went into the hospital. And they sent it back to us. And I'm not going to take the chain off of it because I'm less likely to lose it. So I have this butterfly that my mom was wearing when she passed. She wasn't wearing it when she passed. She was wearing it until she went to the hospital. And I'm going to put this on here. But I don't know exactly where I should put it. So, it's going to be hard to hold. So I don't know if it should be like just out here, if I should have it like on top of the word mother, or in between, or over here between the flowers. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, it looks good everywhere, but what do you think? If you can see it. It's kind of like two-tone butterfly. My mom loved butterflies. She loved purple. She loved cats. So I don't know. What do you think? Where would be the best place to put this? So I'm still trying to decide on that. And then I looked on Amazon and I saw a really pretty purple frame that's sort of got these mirrored jewels on it, and I think that that would look really nice. So I think that's what I'm going to order when I'm done to put it in the frame. And then I'm just going to go and put it by her urn, is in my little dressing area, and I'm going to put it by there. But yeah, it's hard. It's like I want to get this finished and I kind of don't want to get it finished. Anybody who's gone through this, I'm sure, kind of understanding what I'm talking about, but it's just hard to do. I mean, I like it. I think it's beautiful. I don't need to look at this to think of my mom, but I do think of my mom when I look at it. But it just kind of bums me out to work on it. Okay. And then, you know, it's, anybody will tell you, it's like when you've lost somebody and you're missing somebody, it's not like bad memories that hurt. It's the good memories. It's the happy memories that, you know, that tug at you, because I don't know. Anyway, you guys all know. You guys have lost people. You understand. Okay, and then the last thing that I worked on was Catnap Faye. I worked on this pretty much all day yesterday. I was watching Star Trek Voyager all day, and I worked on Catnap Faye. And I was like, so I finished this. Well, I didn't finish it. I was trying so hard to get the diagonal actually finished, and it was midnight already, and I was like, I'm tired. You know, nobody on my FlossTube is going to care that my diagonal isn't finished. I was trying to get that diagonal finished. And I did a lot. Because I was like here in the cat leg, and I did that whole diagonal. Because I want to get this one done. Now we're at the corner, so, you know, the diagonals are going to get smaller from here. And there is a big section. There's, you know, 2 sections of background that aren't going to get stitched. So, yeah. But I finished the cat's little hat. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so that was it for my stitching for the week. Let's see. I did actually have haul. This was not from this week. It was from like 2 weeks ago or something, and I forgot to show you guys. So I got these on eBay. I'm always looking. It's so funny. It's like I'm always looking for like nice, cute bird patterns that aren't too big, but that are very natural. Natural birds, natural looking, you know, not cartoony in any way, because that's what I stitched for my friend Tracy. So I've done 2 of them so far. And Crosswing Collection, of course, is a fantastic option for those. So I got this one, Backyard Favorites number 6. And these 2, well, they're all really pretty. Let's see, what birds are these? And these are old because they're all hand charted. 1986. So yeah, when we were just out of high school. What are these birds? Purple finch. So let's see. These are Northern Baltimore Orioles. These are purple finches. No, that's not a purple finch. This one's a purple finch. These are Baltimore Orioles. And then Blue Jays and Northern Mockingbird. So I already did a Blue Jay for her, so it probably isn't likely that that one will be done soon. And then that's a Mockingbird. And then, and these were, I got them, they were like $2 each. So, you know, for that price, even if I don't stitch these for years or never stitch them, they're still nice to have. This one is Feather Gems number 4, which I didn't actually realize until I actually got it in my hand that they were all hummingbirds. But Tracy likes hummingbirds too, so I definitely will be stitching one of these, at least, at some point. The next one I'm supposed to stitch for her is a cardinal, which I won't be starting until next year because I don't want to start any new stuff right now. But maybe we'll put the cardinal on hold into a hummingbird instead. I don't know. But these are really cute. Now, I don't know if she knows the kind of hummingbird. She likes to have birds that they actually have, that they get in their backyard. I don't know if she knows what kind of hummingbirds she has. The ones that are in here is the ruby-throated hummingbird. I think she said that they do definitely get those, and that's this one, I think. Yeah, that's this picture. So that one's kind of big, but that's the ruby-throated hummingbird. And then broad-billed hummingbird is, I think, this one, but I'm not. I keep going back and forth, so I'm getting myself confused. Costa's hummingbird is this one. And then the Rufus hummingbird Courtship Flight is this one. So they're doing a little mating dance there. Oh, and this is the same bird. That's interesting. Oh, I see what they did there. Look. Okay, so this is the Rufus hummingbird mating flight. This is the same bird, and this is the flower from up here. Tricky. Okay, so those were the haul, and I might actually look and see if there's more to get, because I really like these Crosswing Collection patterns, whether I do them or not. And you know, they're probably not anything I'd ever do for myself, although I have to say that the birds that have come out, I mean, the 2 birds that I've done for Tracy, I love. Let me see if I have. So the ones that I did last time were not from a Crosswing Collection. I did the Blue Jay that was from this booklet, which was called Birds, for Canada Cross Stitch and Needlepoint. The first one I did for her was a Crosswing Collection first encounter, which was chickadees. So we had talked about me doing this cardinal next, but I don't know. I might look and see Crosswing Collection if they have a book that has a cardinal in it. Just because I think the Crosswing Collection patterns are just maybe a little bit nicer. I don't know. The Blue Jay came out really cute, so you know, I have no complaints about that. I don't think she does either, but yeah, so I like getting those patterns because I know they're for her, you know, and it's always kind of nice to have some of this like different stitch that isn't something that I would necessarily stitch for myself, but it's exactly what she likes, and I still enjoy stitching on them. Okay. Oh, I did want to let you guys know, I'm sure that if you watch FlossTube a lot, that you've heard this like 20 times already, but November, there are sales going on. I don't know the exact date, so you will have to look it up, but both Chatelaine.de, so that's where you get the charts, and the European Cross Stitch, which is where you can get the kit of the threads and I almost said threads and floss. Threads and beads are both having sales. I think that the patterns are 20% off, and European Cross Stitch is 10% off right around Black Friday, but I'm not sure the exact date, so you need to check. And yeah, so plans, basically, you know, more of the same, more stitching on things that I'm trying to get finished. I'm itching to start things, especially like things that go with other things that I finished or whatever, but I'm holding myself back from that because I really want to get that whip count down so that I can start the new year feeling, I don't say feeling fresh, but you know, I don't know. I want to get the whip count down. I have so many things, so many patterns and charts that I'm excited to start eventually. But I like getting finishes too. And it's funny, I can get a finish and it can sit there for 2 years and just in a bag. So obviously it's not the fully finishing that floats my boat, but I do like getting finishes. And when I'm not working on something, putting a few things that I have been working on lately into a separate category of inactive whips really made me feel better. It's completely, you know, a mind game that I'm playing with myself, but it did. It made me feel better to put those things in this other category so that I know it's okay that I'm not working on them now. It's okay that they're not getting the love. They will either get the love eventually or they will get passed on if I make that decision. I don't think so because I like them all, but they are just not in an active stage right now. But yeah, that actually, it really was beneficial for me to do that. So more of the same, more working on the things that you're seeing that I'm trying to get finished. Definitely, I definitely am gonna get the Always My Mother done. I'm not this week, but before the end of the year, I'm definitely gonna get Sweet William done. I don't know. I'm thinking with a push that I might be able to get this done. Peace and Light, yes. The little filigree pumpkin, I didn't show you that this week, but there's not that much left to do on that. So I can definitely have several more finishes this year. And then next year, watch out, because, you know, I don't know what all I'll be starting, but I'm starting something on New Year's. I will have my my bee chart to do in February for my Be My Own Valentine sale. I finished the one from last year, and then its companion piece has been waiting patiently. It's all kitted up and everything. Yeah, so, and then I have some fancy ladies that I'm itching to start. And I was going through my patterns yesterday just because I felt like it. I definitely have some kind of canvas things that I really want to start. So yeah, so we'll see what happens next year. But I am enjoying getting all these finishes done right now, and that's making me feel good. And I like being able to show them to you too. So anyway, that's what's coming up. As far as extra videos, I don't know that there's gonna be any extra videos for November, except for my cat lady box. When that comes on, I'm gonna try and do that. I did actually get a few extra things this time because they were having a big sale. But then at the end of the year, I will have a whip parade. I will definitely have a finish parade to start 2023, and of course you're gonna have 8 nights of Flossnica to share with me. So that is what I have planned coming up. I'm still working on the little golden books. I don't know if that's going to happen for this year. If not, you know, it's not like things are going to end. I don't know, maybe because I want to do some and give them away during the holiday season, and I just don't know if I'm going to get to finish them, but I might. I mean, it really is just a question of sitting down and doing it. So if I have a couple days where I feel like, yes, I want to get them done, then I will have them. I do have this one, which I still was kind of one of my, it was like my prototype, which I like, but you know, maybe I'll decide to make myself another prototype and give this one away. I don't know. No promises on any front as far as that goes. So that will be done. I will work on those books. I'll get it, you know, I have so many of the Golden Book journal supplies, so I need to make some books, and when I do, then you guys will probably be the recipients of some of them, definitely. Anyway, so that is kind of my loosey-goosey plans for this week. I made soup last week. I told you guys I was going to, and it was, oh, not soup, I made a roast. It was really delicious. I ate a nice big portion on Sunday night. I had a smaller portion for lunch the next day, and I put a big container in the freezer so that I'll have it for this week or next week. And then I am also thinking about making another Instant Pot thing today. I have all the ingredients to make sweet and sour cabbage soup. So if I don't do it today, I'll do it during the week. But I'm thinking I might just do it today if I can, you know, pull up the interest to do it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week going forward. We're just like, what, a week and a half away from Thanksgiving. It seems crazy. I'm gonna go over to my brother's for Wednesday night and Thursday, and then probably come home Friday that week. I'm gonna bring over Hanukkah presents, even though it's way early, so I don't know if I'll have them open their presents now or if they'll open them, you know, on Zoom with me or whatever, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to see them again before they leave on their trip to go to Michigan to check it out, because that's where they're planning on moving, and they've never been there. But they're gonna go to check it out and check out some of the synagogues in the area that they're thinking of moving to, and check out the cheer gyms, and kind of check out some houses and stuff too. I don't know that they're actually quite yet in the market, but they're definitely meeting with a realtor to start talking about what they're looking for. So exciting things are happening for my family. I'm excited for them. I'm kind of sad for me, but you know what? It is what it is, and we will all get through. You know, we'll all get through. Eventually I will probably follow. But it just isn't going to be anytime soon, unless I win the lottery. Too bad I didn't win that Powerball. Person who won it was like, you know, probably an hour from me. Because yeah, I think they lived in Southern California. But yeah, so if I win the lottery, hey, all bets are off. But until then, I will keep plugging away just like all you guys do, going to work, coming home, and stitching. And I hope you guys have a great week. Until I see you again, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Carla. Bye-bye.